Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Tonight is episode 4 out of 5, the penultimate episode of our Belfast 1975 arc. This chapter is entitled The Fear of Little Men. We'll meet, well, one of those men. Somebody's playing a little man, as in the fair folk, not making comments on anybody's size. We're all quite large. Oh boy. All right, let's go around and meet our players, and we'll do a quick recap. So we'll start with our special guest.
My name's Will. I'm playing Tommy O'Farrell, and I am playing a Fae for the evening.
Yes, very cool. Very lucky to have Will joining us. And then we have some of our regulars, starting with Nick.
Yep, and once again I'm playing Kerwin Jones, the White Dragon from Wales. Sort of sticking around, had a fun and interesting adventure with Merlin last week.
Well, more of that to come.
Yes.
Next up is Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas, and I'm playing Corinne Cassidy Callahan. She's a inspector from Scotland Yard, and she's an aware mortality. She had one hell of an evening last time.
Yeah.
She thought she saw some shit before, and then it just keeps escalating. So she's hoping to, I guess, keep it on the norm this time, but whatever that may
be. Yeah, I guess it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Debatable.
And then also joining us is Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick. I am playing Shin the Tainted. So yeah, last time Shin's packing some heat from hell, so we'll see how that all plays out in the future.
Alright, so I'll do a quick recap, and then we'll go around with our opening moves, and we'll see what Tom O'Farrell's deaths are when we get to him. But here is a little bit of a recap. Written by one of our characters. Operational Report number 780 by Charles Livingston, Honorable Ocelot. Subject: Blood Drinkers in Belfast. Following continued sectarian tension between Loyalist and Republican-aligned occult forces, Panther Paramount Singh dispatched a deniable group of agents to America to locate the source of supernatural weaponry from an unscrupulous, immortal arms dealer in Boston. The team included Inspector Corinne Callahan of Scotland Yard, recently returned and quickly becoming a reliable operative. 666 Shin, dedicated to a Chinese death deity, Great Red Dragon class Kerwin Jones, and 666 and possible CIA Judas, Seamus Smith. Now they have returned, with an interesting tale of gangland skullduggery and most dismal news. Apparently, the true force fueling the fire in Belfast is Ordo Sanguis, the infamous and ancient... You knew this.
I know, I'm sorry. That was...
Is Ordo Sanguis, the infamous and ancient association of English vampires that has controlled blood-drinking affairs in England for centuries. Many in the Nemean Club consider Ordo Sanguis a spent force, rather like the British Empire, but they have, pardon the pun, new blood. Margaret Thatcher, who works as a Tory bureaucrat as cover, is a rising force in their ranks. It was she who dispatched decadent immortal Dorian Gray and rebellious werewolf Roxy DeForest to Belfast to look after Ordo Sanguis' interests. And it is she who is pulling the strings and fueling the fire. One question occurs: why is she doing this? And another: do her motives even matter when all of Belfast will soon drown in blood? So, some intense moments. Let's talk about those opening moves. So, we'll start with Shin. Who would you like to investigate for your first move there?
I want to go with Knight because it's my worst one. I kind of want to see what's going on in Belfast, trying to pick up what I can on our return trip across the pond.
All right, we'll pick up maybe like a few days after you've returned. So.
Okay. I'm kind of keeping ears to the ground, seeing like what happened when we're gone, what might be happening soon. I'll take that. That's a 9.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a minor victory.
So with a 9, you could owe somebody and someone owes a debt to you. Would you like to increase your relationship with Dorian Gray or Roxy DeForest, maybe?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go talk to Dorian Gray. Kind of first as a subtle reminder that King Yama, his debts always come true.
Oh
And
boy.
that's, yes, oh boy, right. And that I'm also trying to see like what's going on in town. See how he's faring
Okay.
between his piles and pooples of cocaine.
All right. Maybe at this moment he's just gotten a whole new shipment of disco biscuits, and he's looted up.
Such helpfulness.
So in between his drools and his flopping around on the ground, he manages to tell you that Margaret Thatcher is coming to town.
Great. That's great news.
Yeah.
That can only mean one thing: hell's about to break loose,
Mm-hmm.
and not my kind of hell. Not the good, not debatable.
How about Inspector Callahan?
Yeah, I was gonna check in with Knight just because of the bombshell that we learned, the last one of info about Thatcher. But maybe this would be different. Can I possibly get Roxy to? I mean, sorry, not get Roxy. Can I get Colleen to maybe get word to Roxy we're coming back and see if she can find out any info while she's there to get ready for us?
Ooh, okay, I like that. Yeah, roll with Knight.
Nope, that's a 4.
Ooh, okay, you'll be totally caught unprepared for what's going to happen.
Yep.
All right, well, you still go to market at least.
Yeah, that helps me, and I leveled up with that one. But,
Ooh, that's always good.
yeah.
Okay, how about Carwin? Carwin.
I'm gonna check in with the Tuatha, see if there's any sort of news with them. 9.
Pretty good. All right, you could owe a debt to someone in the Tuatha. They could owe a debt to you. Perhaps, excuse me.
Let's see.
Perhaps Gulliver, or
Let's see.
maybe Bernice Delaney, who you've been sort of working with this whole time. Sort of increase that relationship.
I think I've been. Man, Ignatius is keeping track of a family member, or a friend, actually.
Well, you can
let's-
always increase the debt. Owe them more. That's always a good.
Well, if he ever wants to. If he ever wants to cash in any of those. Sure. Let's go with Ignatius. Only one. And sort of also maybe like check in to see like what's happened since his spider summoning. So.
Okay. I will say that ×2 there. They're definitely getting ready for another attack. The conflict continues to rise.
Okay.
And then for Tom, should I call you O'Farrell or Tom?
How about Tommy?
Oh, okay, Tommy. All right, for Tommy, let's have you take care of those debts that your character has.
Okay. So Lord Lars of the Tuatha owes me 2 debts. I procured for him something that he needed for a ritual. I didn't ask the questions of what it was. He wasn't really all that forthcoming. However, he never paid me back.
Ooh.
So we got a little bit of tension whenever I go back to the Tuatha headquarters and we see each other.
But you know what?
Given that I am one of the many eyes and ears of the Tuatha to keep a watch on their enemies, in knowing who Pauline Singh is, she came across a bit of correspondence that confirmed her fears that the Nemean Club was possibly setting her up to fail. And knowing that she was hoping to mend fences, or in her case, actually keeping an open border between the fairies and mortality, she entrusted me with keeping this correspondence secret and away from anybody who might be able to find it within her own faction.
Oh, I like that. So kind of covertly working for the Nemean Club.
And then finally, I entrusted Shin with tracking down some of the loyalist forces who are aggressive towards the Tuatha, and maybe he killed them. Maybe he didn't.
I think my character was going to kill them, but King Yama intervened as
Oh, it was not their time?
it was not their time, or there was some other plan at hand with them. So I think I had to unfortunately say that they got away. I probably lied.
Shin, we had a bargain.
We did.
You owe me.
I know. I will admit that.
One happy family.
Well, that's what happens when you have multiple patrons, conflicting orders.
All right. Any other business before we... I'm going to do kind of 4 individual scenes with you guys before you all come together. Any business that anyone wants to take care of or look into, or think we're okay?
No.
All right. So we're going to start with Inspector Callahan.
Okay.
You are meeting with Charles Livingston,
Oh.
the Nemean Club's very own Honorable Ocelot. As per usual, he arranged this meeting like in public, just on like a park bench, maybe in that like those nice botanical gardens.
You like to see people see us together, don't you, Charlie?
As you say that, he gets a little
That's
bashful. Actually, his
right.
face reddens, and he's like,
I see what you're doing.
"Dear God, I'm a hardened agent, and you turn me into a schoolboy."
Aren't we all inside?
Oh, perhaps. Well, do sit down.
Thank you.
So, I've been going over your report, talking about things with Singh. It's most distressing. There are many in the Nemean Club who see nothing wrong with covertly fueling at least certain sides of this conflict. So, I fear, well, I cannot entirely trust the club to do the right thing.
No one. Not even one.
Well, I trust Miss Singh, of course, our Panther Paramount in charge of operations in Northern Ireland, but I fear some of the stuffed shirts, the old hands back in London, they see any disloyalty to the Empire as treason that must be completely punished. And you can't exactly, well, it's difficult to deal with men like that.
Okay, so if it's basically you two versus everybody else, how can I help?
Well, I'm of 2 minds. At first I thought I might ask you for some membership. You are the sort that belongs in the Nemean Club. You're a British citizen with a sterling history of service, who has paranormal either powers or experiences. But then I considered, I don't know if you would really approve being a honorable ocelot or cat's paw or any of our other various ranks.
It's not the rank title that lets me enjoy it. It's just what comes with it. So if it actually allowed me to get more done and possibly throw some more weight around, then sure, give me a fancy title. Take it.
Oh, well, another option, there's another path, a tad more difficult. Ireland perhaps had organizations like the Nemean Club throughout history, But regrettably they have faded away into the mists of the past. But perhaps with you as the head of one such organization.
You mean a new organization?
Correct. Those warriors of legend who once protected that the Irish people could return. This may involve working with people south of the border, creating an organization that stretches throughout this massive land, regardless of the border that is between it, or that crosses it.
So teaming up with some unlikely friends?
Perhaps. Creating an Irish version of the Nemean Club. I'm not entirely sure what it would be called, but we could support you, though that might not go over well with certain of your countrymen. Maybe tacitly supporting you, but it would be your own organization, independent and capable of defending your island in your own way.
I like the sound of that.
Very good. Well, give the matter some thought, and I really must toddle off. Shouldn't be. You never know who's watching.
I'm sure everybody is, Charlie, but all we were doing was sitting and talking, weren't we? Let me know when you come up with a good name.
Oh, well, perhaps if it's your organization, I should leave it to you.
Okay. We'll sit down over a drink then for it.
Oh, thank you. I'm free. Perhaps tomorrow evening, or if you're free. Once again, he's getting a little bashful.
Cool. Sounds good, Charlie.
Oh, splendid. Thank you. And he departs.
Okay.
So you can start thinking about sort of the Watcher Society, or what organization you would like to build. Maybe who you want to recruit to join it. All right, Shin.
Yeah,
You are requested to meet with Moira McGrath,
of course I am.
the mother for the Assembly of Druids, in the hospital. She's come out of she's recovered, she's conscious once more. She's still bedridden.
Hi, Moira.
Okay, hello there, Mr. Shin. Miss Shin.
Either is fine with me.
That sword you bear, that's what you are, really, isn't it?
Yes. And I look around the room, and I go up and I close the door, and I begin to basically kind of like take off my shirt, and there's just parts of me that are missing, held together by smoke. Yes, the sword is the only thing that really keeps this person alive.
Quite a distressing sight.
Yes, I'm going to put it back on.
Thank you.
You're probably one of the only people who know the extent of the damage. A car bomb does that to you.
There's so many scars across this country.
Indeed. Hopefully we can have fewer as the years go on.
One would hope. But it brings up something else. Tell me, what do you know of Crom Cruach?
I don't know much personally about them. I know there's some other entity that exists in this world, much like King Yama. There are many out there. I believe would I know that Samuel is tainted by Crom Cruach?
I don't think he's mentioned it, but maybe you can figure it out. Why don't you roll, maybe put a face to a name with wild and see if you're able to figure that out. Kind of investigate a person of power.
That is
you might
a
say.
total of 10.
Okay, so yeah, you were probably able to detect that Seamus Smith is getting his power from Crom.
Nice roll.
Right, yes. I believe another like me, maybe not like this, but another like me. I've run around with Seamus. I believe he is of that sort of affiliation.
That's what I feared. Crom Cruach, like the one you serve, is a god of death. Crom is god of decay. He's the worms and the flies that feast upon corpses. And what I fear is that Something is attempting to turn this whole city into a sacrifice for him.
What?
Sounds insane, I know. Who would do such a thing? But
These days and age, nothing sounds insane. My question is, how is it possible?
well, think of it like this. If all this land is an altar, innocent blood is spilled, who gets the power?
Whoever controls it.
Aye. Someone is making some sort of a deal with Crom. The blood goes into the earth. Crom gets the power, and in return, whoever is working with him receives what they receive.
Well, that makes me rethink my affiliation with the Seamus figure. I might have to see what King Yama, if he doesn't mind adding someone to his halls.
Well, perhaps think about who you serve as well, because I do know you serve death, but it's hard to fight death with more death.
Yes, but
What I
such is the nature of a soul collector.
What I need you to do is to protect life.
Okay.
I know it's a difficult task, I'm sure, but there must be less killing, less innocent lives lost. There must be peace, and that way Crom Cruach will not be fed. There is one I would like you to seek. A fae, one of the fair folk named Tommy O'Farrell.
I'm familiar with Mr. O'Farrell.
Ah.
I've done some work with him in the past, and let's just say it did not go as intended. Lives were not lost that day.
Well, I can take some heart in that. Tommy is a strange sort. He's a member of the Tuatha, but I would not call him a fanatic Republican. You could work with him, I think.
Okay. I will look into this. I will go and find my dear old friend Tommy.
All right, very good. Now, you can excuse me. I need my rest.
My apologies. Sleep up, Moira.
All right. Carowin. I wrote it down phonetically right here. You receive a message carried by like an owl asking you to meet over in the wilderness, kind of near the Giant's Ring.
Okay.
That like ancient standing stone. And when you go there, you are met by none other than Mr. M. Merlin himself. So he gives you a big hug.
How fares things?
Oh, well enough, Carwin, my boy. How goes? How are you faring? Considering you just it isn't every day you meet your own father.
Can't unthink that.
Well, he was
Especially when it.
he was not what I was hoping, but sometimes you can't choose your family.
That's right. They're not like noses. You don't get to pick them. A little bit of wizard humor there for you. Well,
Makes me wonder what happened to my rival way back when.
oh. Well, he might still be about. You mean the red dragon?
Yes, that one.
Ah, that is difficult.
Yes.
Well, this time, the red dragon is on side of chaos.
I'm sure.
You'll have to stand against him.
Hmm.
That's why I found you, sent you to, or that's why I sought you out after you had been brought back to this world, thanks to Egantre, even if he didn't really intend for that to happen.
What does he intend to do every time? It's a
Yes.
mystery.
His intentions are a mystery.
Yes,
But mine are not, and I want to make that clear to you.
fair one.
I wish to raise a dragon for good.
There was Merle. He seems to be doing quite well in that regard.
Yes. I'll check in on Merle.
Yes, he was, I believe, raised by one known as Azra.
Oh, yes, the Stone Man.
Yes.
Well,
The stoned man.
Merle had Azra, and you have me.
Yes.
I regret that I couldn't always be there for you, but I want to change that. And I have actually a special gift
Oh.
that might come in handy. And next to him, he has like an old cloth bundle. And he like unwraps it, and there is a old, almost like rusted, ancient sword. It's got like an old-fashioned Celtic designs along the blade and the hilt. And he's like, in the language of your people, this is called Fwitch. Hope I'm not mangling that.
Yes.
In the language of the people here, it is Caladbolg. And the language of the English, it is Excalibur.
Ah. Shit. The sword of the king.
May it bring you better fortune than it did him.
We shall see.
I brought you this because it has a propensity for the slaying of monsters. Dragons, maybe.
Maybe.
But I assume that a dragon armed with a dragon or monster-killing sword could prove to be unstoppable.
It's possible. I've been slowly tapping into my old powers. I seem to be close to something, to being able to get more of it. It's. I fear it sometimes.
You are wise to fear it. Use the blade against monsters that you see. And don't give in to the beast burning within.
Well, we know what happened with Merle with that. So. I will try.
That's all I can ask. And he gives you Excalibur.
It's a pleasure seeing you again.
Well, I'll always be around. You just need to find me.
I will do some searching, and maybe I'll search around for the Red Dragon at some point. I seem to recall a ritual.
Well, let us hope that if you meet, has a happier outcome than last time.
We'll see. Yes, that was. I think it. Last time, I think there's cramped quarters was part of it.
Sure. All right, we will see.
Yes.
Now, Tommy, we'll pop in with you when you are doing a little bit of patrolling, I guess, on the Falls Road,
Okay.
which is kind of in the main Catholic thoroughfare in Belfast.
All right.
So, what would you say that looks like?
That would be if I'm actually traveling the road, keeping an eye on the windows, trying to. So let's say if I'm there trying to track a specific somebody down or a location, casually check it out and look like I belong on the street. See some young kids or something like that. Come the rough types or whatever. See if they need anything or whatever.
Okay.
Maybe ask them around, see if they've seen people.
Sure, keeping kind of your ear to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are encountered by two of your fellows from the Tuatha. They are Ignatius Skin the Goat Gulliver, who is the leader of the Tuatha, has been for several decades. This lean, flat-capped, topped individual. And with him is also a young man hailing from Trinidad and Tobago who has, maybe with your sort of second sight, you can see like spectral chains wrapped about him. And this is Matthew X,
All right.
who has been helping out with the Tuatha.
Gents, how was the day find you?
Oh, well enough. Gulliver kind of taps his cap to you.
Good to see you.
Ah, that it is. So, tell me, how are things for you? You noticed any,
Well, not yet. I mean, it's been kind of quiet on the street, which is good in its own way, I guess.
blessing? Yes, those red-handed bastards are keeping to themselves for the moment.
Unfortunately, and that's why I'm here, trying to track those sorry sons of bitches down.
Well, we've got another mission for you.
Yeah.
There's this trio, one of which is a copper, but she seems trustworthy enough.
All right.
Some sort of fella who's part man and part spirit. Actually saved me life.
Part man and part spirit, okay.
Yes. Oh, you might know him, or her. Shin?
Shin. Yes.
Keep on forgetting Shin's a woman now.
It's okay. It's an undead being who kind of slips between bodies. So they're all things.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Shin. She was the one that I contracted for that one thing with them, you know.
Ah. And the other is a fellow by the name of Carwyn, a Welshman, you can
Okay.
believe it.
Kayla.
Aye. Now, this trio's been up to all sorts of mayhem. They've been, so far, on the side of the angels.
All right. All right.
They helped protect the assembly of druids when they were ambushed by the Dullahan. They, however...
That's not a small thing.
Oh, it's true. They have been a little bit too close to the English and their Nemean club, but, well, maybe they're simply investigating them. We'll see. That's sort of what I want you to do. Stay with them, check in on them. You can follow them about. And if they're doing any business with the Nemean club or those bloodsuckers in Ordo Sanguis, you stick close to them and follow along.
Well, I'm your man.
See what they do. And then Matthew X if they try anything, that's when I come in.
Oh, you'll be the first I call.
Right.
Where are these people located at?
Well, they're sort of scattered about the city, but
Okay.
I have it on authority that they're about to receive an invitation near the docks.
All right.
So you can find them there.
Okay.
And in fact, about this time, this is when all of you get an invitation to the docks. Delivered by none other than Roxy DeForest.
Oh, good old Roxy. Still the errand person, I see.
And she's like, too right.
I know. Don't worry, we got some. I listened some intelligence from Boston. You and Dorian's place when I was last there for you. It's checking underneath, not Dorian's chair, but one of the other ones that is not broken in that room yet. You should find it there.
All right, I'll give it the old look too. But should warn you, it's Miss Margaret Thatcher, Milk Snatcher, who wants to meet.
Oh, great. Can we kill her?
I would hold off on that for the moment.
I feel like she's kind of the root of all our problems.
She is. But
You cannot kill her.
Okay, yeah, she's an undead vampire.
No, I don't mean that it's not possible for you to kill her. She is already dead.
Yes.
I mean, do not kill her.
you can always kill a
Fine.
vampire. But the point is, we may need some information from her.
It was largely a joke. I apologize. I'm trying to get better at my humor.
And also, she's still technically my boss.
I mean, if she dies unexpectedly, then you may need a new boss.
That's one way of thinking at it. But
And who would be the better position than to get revenge and become the new leader than the person who knows who did it?
you're making me ears prick right up.
Yep. But anyways, let's meet this Madam Thatcher.
Right. So, we'll cut ahead to the docks, where she has assembled all of you guys, and there is like a big fancy yacht just about to be sailing out. And that is when, Tommy, you arrive and you notice this collection, this trio coming together. You definitely recognize Shin, and you probably got some description of the other two.
Do I see Tommy?
Are you trying to hide, Tommy?
No, I'm walking straight towards.
All right, yeah, you
Cool.
definitely
I'm
see
not
him.
going to say anything to anybody. I'm just gonna let this person approach.
Evening, Shin. Don't worry, I'm not here to collect a debt.
Oh, it's good to see you, Tommy.
I've actually been invited to come here myself.
Interesting.
Yes.
Good to know.
I'm Tommy
this
O'Farrell.
Tommy O'Farrell.
Nice to meet
Could I
you.
put a face to a name?
You have to say any rap sheets that I have maybe.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
See,
All right,
Has
let's
he-
have
has
both
he-
you do put a
Has he
face
come
to a
through
name.
my office?
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe he got busted at some point. Maybe you busted him.
Just barely.
Oh, wild.
Ouch, no.
Yeah,
Five.
that's a painful one.
Okay, you've never heard of him before.
No.
7 for me.
He's
Some
smart
people call
now.
me Slick, but you know, just call me Tommy.
What did you get there,
7.
Carolyn? A 7.
It's
Okay,
really bad if I ever saw
Yeah,
one.
you know he is a member of the Tuatha, these of the fair folk.
It's like little news dirty work.
Surprised the Tuatha sent someone.
Oh,
You've done some work with the Tuatha.
well, yeah. More freelances. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
We're
you know,
the same kind.
Right,
Not like
you know,
kind.
I'm with the Republic. I can see both sides of the story, you know, but, you know, I just go where the business is, you know.
so what brings you here?
I was asked to come along
Ah.
and see this for myself.
For
Yeah.
now?
Well, we're better off to have you here with us.
Yes. We have some misgivings about the person that we're meeting.
I'll
so.
lend whatever hand that I can.
Roxy leans in, gives you a sniff, and she's like, "Shin, you vouch for this one?"
I vouch for him.
You know, if you like what you smell, I've got some more stuff we can smell later on.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Take it in whichever way you think possible.
I mean,
Think think Dorian Gray.
Generally, people take it up the nose, but you know, it's okay.
Oh, I see. One of those types, eh?
Maybe I shouldn't have used Dorian Gray as an example because he likes it in many ways.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yes.
All right,
You
well,
wouldn't know firsthand.
Dorian will be at the meeting too, so
Oh, great. It's good to see him.
don't refrain from any sales pitches.
Right.
Although he's probably high already.
Yeah, he's awake, ain't he?
Good point.
So at this moment, the yacht floats its way into the to the dock there. The gangplank comes down, and Cat's Paw Benny Brown is the one who invites you guys all aboard. Just looking at you, especially you, Shin. I know you had a bit of a tiff last time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not Benny. Always good to see you.
I don't know what.
He just glares at you.
I don't look like me when I'm in that form, so he may not know it's exactly me.
Oh, all right.
But he knows I was there and I ran off.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Cat's Paw?
He'll think like, I don't see how it's any fucking business of yours. Get on the boat.
I was just trying to be courteous.
Right.
But okay.
Get on the fucking boat.
No need for such language. We'll go.
See that you do. He gets behind you and
There are many ways to skin a goat, but this isn't one of them.
what?
Nothing? There's many ways to skin a cat, that's what I said.
He saved Skin the Goat from Brown's wrath in an earlier game.
Yeah.
And you guys head out onto the deck. It sails out into the Belfast Loch, which is sort of like the bay area over in the port there. And the yacht floats out to sea.
Don't know how I feel about being out to sea with this crowd.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I snoop the yacht?
What's that?
Can I snoop the yacht?
Let me just read the introduction
Okay.
real fast, and then we'll take care of that one. Cool. The gray waters of the North Atlantic stretch in the distance, the mist covering the coast in a silver curtain. It's a cold and gray world, but you wouldn't know it from the deck of the yacht. Lounge chairs surround a round table, set with a full silver tea service, red shimmering against the spotless white china. Dorian Gray in a rumpled Hawaiian shirt sits across from Roxy DeForest in a leather jacket, both looking like guilty children hauled before the headmaster. Between them, Margaret Thatcher sips bloody tea. She is utterly composed, her eyebrows framing a Roman nose. The trouble with vampirism, she pauses over her tea, is that you eventually run out of other people's blood. Then again, that's not a problem I intend to have. Alright, why don't you roll your snoop?
Cool.
Don't they have blood banks for that sort of thing?
Let's see how...
9, so I'll get the whole one. We're on a ship, right? So, is there a way off of this thing just in case? Because I think you already know what's going on otherwise. Yeah.
What's that? Is there a way
so
off?
Yeah. Because we know who's here, what happened recently, the greatest dangers. Turf, we know the turf, so yeah. Is there a way off this thing just in case?
There is one kind of like dinghy on the back.
Okay.
Like on a little sort of gantry. You could
Alright.
plop down to the waves, but that's it.
I've counted steps, where the oars are. Alright, cool.
Could I investigate a place of power, see if there's anything under the surface, sort of like possibly trappish?
Sure. And then we'll see what your response to your blood bank comment there.
6. Nope.
You find nothing. It's just a normal yacht floating safely in the sea.
Uh-huh.
So Thatcher's like, a blood bank. Where do you think this stuff comes from?
From people, but they're not gonna run out of people.
Well,
Because at that point, like, if you're a vampire who gets rid of people, you're just gonna die. Or you're gonna starve. Like, that doesn't sound like a good plan at all.
oh, it
point.
most assuredly isn't. I have no desire to run out of people. I simply wish for them to donate on their own free will
They do that all
their
the time.
blood and life
Isn't that what
force.
blood banks are?
Wait,
To
wait,
the order.
wait about 40 years, you have plenty of people calling for that. But, yeah. Anyways, may I ask why that we've been brought before you?
It's a simple matter.
Oh, no it isn't.
It's just that, you three... Oh, and this newcomer here.
Hi,
Us.
Hi.
Tommy O'Farrell. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Thatcher.
He's an associate of ours who, we have brought with us. He's, here,
I'm here on private business.
yes, with
Oh.
me. With me.
Well, the trouble is that you, like so many in this country, are simply not acting with the proper decorum.
One man's proper decorum is another man's. How you say? What's the word?
I don't know what you're going for, honestly. I legitimately don't know.
Shackles.
What's that? Sink the yacht? Oh, I'm sorry.
What? She's like, you see, no, that's the trouble with everybody this age. You've forgotten the traditions that have bound us together. You have,
No, I remember a lot of traditions.
Same. I know a lot of traditions too.
well, look around you, and she points over to DeForest. You have leather-clad degenerates, like her over here with her punk rock rebellion. And then you have whatever you are, Dorian. And Dorian Gray, he's still looted out.
Yeah.
He's just like, what was that? He's not really in the conversation.
Of course he isn't. He doesn't even know he's here, let's be honest.
Probably
What
not.
I'm seeing from these two is not the absence of decorum. I see sort of they're exercising their free will.
Or so what you're saying is they're not like you, so
This is
They're
the
not
new
good
decorum
enough.
for them. This
That's
is their
true.
decorum, not yours.
trust me, I deal with it day in, day out. Provided that people follow the law. I don't care what they do.
Yes, well, I understand that, of course, but there are times when those laws are not followed, and civilization starts crumbling its way down, and then, well, it creates an opportunity, you might say. And that's what I've rather found over here in Northern Ireland, an opportunity. Are any of you familiar with Crom Cruach?
Yep. Definitely familiar with that. Celtic death god.
Are you saying we're gonna have to talk to a god next?
I mean,
Well, you won't.
I would hope not, because that's a pretty bad situation to find ourselves talking to Crown Kuoth in the flesh, because that means we're screwed.
Yes, it's much better if you allow those sorts of matters to me.
I'd just rather him not
Do you
be
feel you
in
would be
power
a
at
good
all.
proxy, a good go-between?
Oh, I already have.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
You see, and Mr. Farrell, you know this. This place is always going to be one of chaos and death and bloodshed.
It's interwoven into the soil, I'm afraid.
Doesn't have to be that way, though.
Very true.
Well, it's part of England, and until the populace realizes that, death and bloodshed is what they will receive. So, it brings up an opportunity. And if the world is one great market, why shouldn't I take advantage of that opportunity?
So you would sow more chaos in order to what?
Kill more innocent lives to gain a modicum more of power?
Well, wouldn't those people be dying anyway? And also,
No!
Not
They don't have to be
necessarily.
dying.
it's their own fault, really. If they
No.
weren't addicted to such sectarian tensions, they wouldn't be, And if I happened to give them weaponry, well, they would just get it elsewhere, wouldn't they?
No, they
Not
wouldn't!
necessarily, no.
If you're giving them guns, they're always going to come to you for guns. If they don't have guns, they'll punch each other in the street, but they won't be shooting each other wantonly. They'll be doing car bombs.
She's
They'll
like,
punch each other, sure, but not kill. You instigating the problem. You're creating the chaos. You're sowing the innocent blood because you choose to, not because they're going to.
You're escalating things far more than they would normally.
perhaps we've reached
An
a
impasse?
difference of opinion. Yes. I'll give you an ultimatum. I'm going to drown this country in blood as a sacrifice to Crom Cruach. You can either stay out of my way or face the consequences. So what will it be?
I mean, I have a good answer for you. I don't know if I can. I think I might be able to speak for the group, but
Oh.
yeah.
Well, there's no call to be rude. It's
I mean, no,
extremely
yeah.
beastly.
There's a call to be rude. You're going to drown this country in innocent blood. So yeah, I think being rude is the least thing I could do to you right about now.
Well, I think our conversation is over.
And
And at this point,
that'd be over.
you guys can see that Brown is in that dinghy and is like lowering it into the water.
Of course he is.
Yep.
Can I cut the rope so that he falls faster and passively falls out of it?
Sure. Why don't you give me a...
Or stop it? What's better? Cut the rope or
Just
stop
shoot
it?
the.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're a marksman. You can
Yeah,
do it.
shoot the rope. Yeah.
All right. Give me a... Oh, you're just going to shoot it.
like a
Okay.
John Wayne
Son
movie.
of a
Shoot a hole in the boat.
But we need the boat.
slow,
also
slow
need
sink,
the
buddy.
boat.
I mean, why do the trick shot and let's drown the motherfucker?
Because he probably won't drown. To be honest.
All right.
By his own rage.
Ooh. So what are we thinking?
Son of a no, I don't know. I'm just enraged right now because he took my way.
I'm actually going to throw my dagger at the rope to do what she was trying to do.
Okay. Give me unleash an
I'm just
attack.
gonna shoot wanton. I don't do that.
Yeah. Nice.
7.
Okay. So, a few things happen right now. I'm gonna say that does it, but you are gonna get
I'll be in a bad spot.
be in a bad spot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say here's the bad spot. So a few things happen. You throw your dagger, it cuts the rope. The dinghy kind of disgorges Benny Brown, who plops into the water. An explosion goes off in the bottom of the boat.
What?
Water starts pouring in, but it wasn't just full of
You were right.
it wasn't just full of bombs. It was also full of bats, vampire bats,
Me.
which emerge in a horrific swarm and start consuming the entire boat. Thatcher turns into a bat and flies away.
That's kind of a bad spot. Just like
Yeah.
a little bit of a bad spot.
Yeah.
And the bad spot you
Roll poorly
particularly
in the beginning.
you Karen are particularly in is that this like cloud of bats has knocked you over to the railing of the yacht and you're about to fall off.
Shake.
You also have Roxy who is like roaring and snatching at the bats and starting to turn into her werewolf form. Dorian Gray still does not realize what's going on. He's just like, what? Bats? What are these?
Well, this is the situation we find ourselves in.
Okay.
I'm going to assume demonic form. I'm going to unleash the devil inside.
Okay, Callahan.
Gonna try to make sure he doesn't fall over the rail, or if he is, try to get his footing back.
All right, let's have you roll to get your demonic form.
I have one, so, and I owe a debt to my patron, so, could be worse. I'm going to choose demonic movement at this point, because that could be very useful. So I turn into my form with the horns and the smoky eyes, and I am going to be at the ready for whatever we need people to rescue them from falling.
All right, Callahan, let's have you roll to save Carowin.
Oh god, what am I rolling on?
I would say this is keep your cool.
Yeah, that's a 5. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, so the situation you wanted to avoid
That's not
is
right.
him not to fall into the water.
Yeah, I was trying. We need everybody with us.
All right, you got a man overboard. In the chaos of these bats swarming around, you fall off the side and are in the water.
Can I try and let it out to tap into some of my power, I guess, and maybe try and like use reflexes to save myself.
Let's have Farrell go, and then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my fairy power of glamours to make bright lights flash in amongst the vampire bats to hopefully confuse and disorient them as we try to make our way to safety or see if even the dinghy is still around or whatever. So, I rolled a 7. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing on this.
You're also probably going to add your spirit to
Okay.
it because you're.
So that's an 8 then.
Okay, so for the fairy powers, like it just happens, but you do take corruption, I think.
Yes.
All right, it's more corruption. Lights flash, and I would say that buys you guys like some space.
All right.
The lights drive this cloud of bats out of the way. All right, Carowin.
Sploosh. Damn.
13.
Nice.
Okay.
God, I wish I was taking conduit.
So I leveled up at the beginning of the game, and I have now maxed out my spirit. So
That's good.
yeah.
All right. Maybe some like. Or what do you think it looks like as you emerge from the water?
I'm going to take my last corruption, and see, it would be the last corruption. So, do you think I could use stuff with nightmares to grow wings?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's a good idea. All right. So what does it look like? Just like wings bursting out of your shoulders, or?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do. So it would stuff from that person. I'm choosing 2, so a set of white wings come out from me, and my skin becomes these hard white scales, and I just sort of fly up and land back on the boat.
Whoa, Callahan, this is another weird moment for you, I'm sure.
Didn't know you could do that.
No,
Should have said so when we started.
It's a long dormant power that I have just now been able to tap into.
sheer panic will do that to people.
Yes.
Trust me, I've been panicking all my life.
We just need to find a different calling.
Folks,
Roxy.
can we maybe continue this conversation in the dinghy, perhaps?
Yes. I'm going to fly toward the dinghy and try to surveil the situation.
Okay, I'll make you roll for that. You just fly down. You land in there. Brown is like swimming away. Very cold, but he's a tough guy.
I didn't know cats like water.
Dang.
I'm going to cut. Is the dinghy like kind of like partially held on by the ropes?
Yeah.
Can I attempt
If you take one side, I can take the other.
cut him down?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cut him down.
Okay, I won't make you roll for that. It's just cutting a stationary rope. All right, the dinghy splats into the water. The problem is, back on the deck, DeForest is like werewolfing out and is kind of in like rage mode. And the boat is starting to sink. Also, Dorian Gray is still, he's like just starting to regain consciousness and is like coming to his feet. And he's like, is anybody else seeing these bats, or is it just me?
Yeah, we're by the dinghy.
I believe your boss has something to do with them.
Uh-oh. Callahan.
This is gonna probably be such the wrong thing to do, but
No, do it.
I run in and I try to get in Roxy's face, actually.
Oh boy. All right.
And
know
I
what this would
tried to slap her so that her attention might be out of rage from the bats.
be. Okay.
I'm just basically trying to distract her so that she might realize other things are happening besides just the bats, like the boat sinking.
Or somebody slapping her.
Yes. Let's see if she'll even wake up. Who knows?
All right. I like that. How
I'm not
about?
gonna shoot her. That's just gonna make her kill me then.
Oh yeah, that's good call. So let's roll a mislead distractor trick.
10.
Ooh. All right. So I would say you can pick 3.
Awesome.
The avoid further entanglement.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to avoid any further entanglement with her and the boat. I'd like to confuse her for enough time that she can realize it's the bad situation. It's more than the bats. And then create an opportunity for everybody to hopefully get out in time. I'll throw any drugs overboard. Say, go, Dorian.
Fetch the drugs.
Drugs where? I need them inside of me.
At the bottom of the ocean.
They're swimming away. They're swimming away.
Hey, Dorian, do you need a Dorian snack?
All right. He stumbles along. I would say DeForest is able to like keep her werewolf rage in check for a bit, realizing what's going on, and they head over and manage to make it to the dinghy as well. All right. So who is in the boat still? And Callahan, it's just you.
I mean, technically, I'm floating next to it.
Okay.
Oh,
you're
you'd
right.
be in the boat.
Tommy,
I
you're
believe the
there.
ones with
Okay.
wings are
All right.
flying.
I would like each of you to make a
Just
keep your
floats.
cool as the bats try and get in and get to you.
Oh, God.
What is that, mind?
Mm-mm. I'm not.
Spirit.
Keep
Spirit.
cool as spirits.
I gave it all.
Callahan, how'd you do there?
Yeah, that was
Bad.
bad. That was 3.
Okay, you're gonna take, I'm gonna say, 1 level of harm,
Mm-hmm.
and the bats swirl around you. You get a lot of little bat bites,
Nice.
and you
Bat
are like
bites.
knocked down to your knees, just trying to deal with these things.
So many of them.
Tommy,
8.
okay, not that bad. I would say like you don't take harm, but the bats are able to like you kind of lose concentration,
Okay.
so your glamour is fading.
Okay.
All right, so we hit Callahan just went.
Yeah.
Carwin.
Let's see. Don't have my original plan for my corruption was taken out, so I'll have to figure out a different way. Okay. It's too bad I don't have fire breath right now.
Oh
No.
man, that would have made short work of these bats.
It would have,
Yeah.
but
Ah.
I kind of needed to save myself first.
All right, next time.
That fire breath is just so appealing because it uses spirit for the attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Could I just sort of just fly straight at the bats and try and just scatter them?
Sure. Why don't you give me a let it out?
Sure. Hi there.
Nice.
15.
Oh man! These rolls, you're on fire. All right, you swoop up, crash into this horde of bats. It's like some crazy Top Gun style arrow acrobatics.
I'm definitely like frightening them. And like,
You are able
Yeah.
to draw the bats away from these two.
You flip over, pull out a camera, take a
Very
picture of them. You
Yeah.
barrel back over.
Yeah.
So stupid.
All right, Callahan, Tommy, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and use my clamor power again. No, I take that back. So we're all on the dinghy and everything like that?
I think you have the opportunity to make it to the dinghy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get down there then.
Okay.
Dive off the end of the boat.
All right, you plop into the dinghy and you make it.
Welcome
you're
aboard,
joining in?
Tommy.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, do my best to pull my jacket, I guess, over my head and just kind of run and I guess jump down.
All right.
I went out of this.
Okay, so I would say you guys pop back into the dinghy, and now you can start. It's got a little motor on the end, and you start speeding away back to the dock.
Well, I really wish we could have killed Margaret Thatcher, to be honest. And instead, she blew up a boat, which we're all on. That was fun.
Well, that rotten cunt Brown is still in the water. We can go, I don't know, run him over with this thing.
I didn't, honestly, it sounds like a great idea, but knowing the situation, he would probably, like, grab onto the front and we have to deal with him, and I don't want to deal with that. Let the cat swim.
I mean, we could always just grab him and drop him somewhere.
What do you mean, drop him? I'm back in my original form now. I realized, like, I saw the boat turn back. I mean, well, where would we drop him? Can't take him all the way to England.
No.
Well, you don't have to fly horizontally. You could just go up and then drop.
Yeah, but no.
It's three-dimensional.
Yeah, yes, I understand how
I mean,
things work.
I do kind of owe him though, so maybe I'm just gonna go and grab him and get him to shore at least. And so I'd fly over and find him, grab him, and then take him to shore.
Okay, I'm gonna have you. I'll have you roll let it out to try and locate him. He's pretty good at hiding. Did you get there?
14.
So that's where all my
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We're just the living
Our
sin
dragon's
over
stealing the
there.
luck. All right.
Because dragons do the best when they play.
You are able to find and capture Brown.
Need a lift?
He just like glares at you.
Your giant leathery wings.
Do you want to take him over to the docks?
Yeah. I'll set him down very nicely. It was like, does this count as settling up with what we've had before?
He's like, I'll think about it. Consider that saving my life.
Some of us have to do some good around here.
Ooh.
Cold as ice.
Yeah, he's like, we got a Nemean club has protocols for dealing with you lot.
I'm sure they do.
St. George Initiative. You know what that is?
Can't say I know. No. I'm also not from here.
Well, you never heard of St. George the Dragon Slayer? I figure that was world renowned. This is the patron saint of England.
I've heard many stories of St. George.
But then again, I guess you're not English, are you?
No, I'm Welsh.
Well, I'll leave you here, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime.
Of course, and I'd fly back to the rest of them.
All right.
Did they go as expected?
Yeah. Said something about a St. George initiative.
Isn't that like
That ring a bell?
the Dragon
Save the
Slayer?
bastard.
I did, but I may have insulted him.
Good, good. I appreciate that.
You know, the wind blows the wrong way, and you're gonna insult the bastard.
Very true. I mean,
He's deserving of it.
He thinks I betrayed the Nemean Club, but there's a whole nother story to that. But
Of course he doesn't realize it.
I was actually working for Singh at the time, but
You know, I don't think someone as lowly as a cat's paw is going to know all that information.
exactly.
All right.
He can deal with the red hand and be a little... Yeah.
So, your dinghy slides back over to the docks, and you guys make your way back up. Maybe a little soggy, a little bat-bitten. But you're doing okay, at least.
Not me. What maybe,
Nah.
yes, but not bad bitten. You okay there?
I've been better, but I'll be okay.
And you see
Thank
none
you.
other... I'm saying none other a lot.
Not going to turn into a vampire, are you?
What? No, seriously? Don't say that shit.
I have no idea how vampirism
After
works.
you just turned in front of me, literally, like,
I don't.
and you do it, it's just like, what? No, please. I just need a bottle. Give me a...
I don't think this is vampirism.
I would hope not, otherwise I have questions about vampirism.
I know, but what I mean is...
Wasn't
yeah,
there a legend
yes.
that just by looking at a vampire you could turn into a vampire or something like that? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. I think
oh my
if,
god,
I think if
you're
you're
getting
like...
pale.
Compact. Nice try. Funny boy.
She's from Ireland, we're all pale there.
What are you talking about? She's tan for this.
If anyone's pale at the moment, it's me.
Oh, that... Yeah, the white
Chocolate,
dragon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bernice Delaney, looking very worried, is waiting for you.
You know, honestly, I'm not gonna even ask how she knows where we're at. How's it going, Bernice? What's going on? Where are we needed?
I like your attitude.
We've had a day. It's barely sudden we've had a day.
Well, there's been... I'm afraid it's about to get a lot worse.
Of course. Worse than a boat blowing up full of bats?
I would say so.
Okay, good to know. I'm like, that's
How
pretty
about
weird.
a giant, evil, fucking giant-eyed, burning giant walking
Giant?
down the street?
It's a lot of giants.
Giants.
Wait a second.
Like,
It's a giant giant.
Does that have anything to do with the Eye of Balor?
Oh,
what the heck's...
that's what it is.
What is that?
Montalio mentioned that as the
Yeah.
next shipment.
That's right.
He did.
That's...
The eye.
I had no idea what
yes.
a Balor is.
And it seems that it's arrived. The Tuatha have used it. They've set it up. And of course,
The
They've lost-
Tuatha used it.
well, they started to, but then they lost control.
Mm-hmm.
If you've read the old legends about Balor and the Formorians, you know there's no control in them.
How Ignatius.
Right now, Balor himself is strolling down the Shank Hill Road, just causing havoc.
How much would I know about Balor?
Why don't you put a face to a name, but with the option that you cannot deal with him. The best you can do is that you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're
That's a
from-
10. Is it with with Wild or...
Yeah, Balor's wild.
It's a 10.
These are the fair folk. Yeah, you've definitely read the legend, so you know that Balor. It's like in the Book of Invasions, of
Okay.
mythical Irish history. Before the Tuatha came and took over Ireland, the Formorians were in charge.
Yeah.
Balor was one of their lords, who was this giant, and was killed by one of the Tuatha, Lug, with his magical spear. So, an evil primeval force.
So what you're saying is that we need to get a magical spirit named Lug to stab him with again.
She's like, well, any...
Stuck him with it. Or perhaps this, and I pull out Excalibur. This could be useful.
That rusty piece of shit. What do you...
Do you not recognize what this is?
Yeah, it's a rusty piece of shit.
This is Excalibur.
Oh, well.
It's like Excalibur's a
That's
rusty
the
piece
rest
of
isn't
shit.
Like from the King
He's a
Arthur
fucking
story.
Yeah, I was about to say the real deal.
Hold on, wait. Why are you surprised about any of
Maybe a
this?
little bit of a fucking buff on that thing. What are you gonna do with that? Give the fucking guy tetanus.
It was a gift from Mr. M.
It's like
Ah, yeah,
fucking
Mr. M,
wrecking
yeah.
yard, it looks like.
Mr. M is a very particular individual. I trust that is exactly what he gave you. It still
He
looks,
said it was
still
a-
will give you
He said it
tetanus.
was a monster slaying weapon, so
Well, I think that's what we need right about now.
Look, I saw the Camelot musical. A lot of people singing around about singing and dancing around. I'm not sure if that will help, but might be the best chance we've got.
Maybe you need to
Was Monty Python
read
around
up a
this
little
time?
bit more on the King Arthur legend.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, that's the reference she would make. Cause I don't know if Holy Grail was out in
I would've
75.
won. I think it might have been.
I know the Camelot music was. I was gonna say like
a little
the
bit.
John Borman Excalibur, but that's from the 80s, and like Round Table Pizza. I don't think they have that in England
No.
or Ireland. If you are watching us in Northern Ireland and know if there's Round Table Pizza, please let us know. I need to know this.
1975.
Oh, gosh.
Oh man.
Nice.
Released March 14th.
March.
So it's already out. It just
Yes.
came out.
She would say, like Excalibur. You mean like Monty Python? Like you got those people with a coconut behind you, something like that.
Great movie, by the way. I really enjoyed that film.
I mean, it was a good film, but
I found their anarchic sense of humor very refreshing.
All right, folks. I suppose
All
we
right.
got a plan. We're gonna go
Yeah, we're gonna go
fucking
kill a
Balor
giant.
with this thing and hope for the best.
So what you're saying
I think
is
it's all we've
that
got.
you're going out to Baylor. We'll deal with the rest of them. Make sure you get there. Sure, well enough.
sounds like a good plan.
Didn't mean to sacrifice these two, but hey.
And Delaney's like, I'll come along as well because afterwards, well, the Red Hand will be out for blood, and we've got to find some way to stop it.
Yeah. Otherwise, Crom's gonna win.
We can't have
Don't
that.
want that. I'm going to assume the devil inside again.
Could I actually take a look at Excalibur, see if there's any sort of hidden powers or something that's not actually just a rusty piece of.
Yeah, I just
Sure.
Yeah, so I just wanted to take a look at it, not investigate it, but just to look at the legend. That's all.
Yeah, why don't both of you guys roll
I was
investigate?
gonna tell you what I was gonna ask. I was
Oh,
doing
yeah,
something
yeah,
else
sorry.
With that.
Okay.
I rolled an 11, by the way.
Okay, wow. That's a great transformation.
Yep. Better than my first one.
Alright, so we'll have Carowin go and then
So what do you want to roll?
For you, why don't you do a let it out because you're expanding your senses.
Nice.
12.
Whoa. Okay, so yeah, it is definitely Caldfwitch, Bulg, aka Excalibur. And you've got to put some dragon power into it, and we'll have you roll let it out whenever you want to use it.
Sure.
And that can unleash the monster killing powers that it has.
Cool.
Dope.
Yeah, good stuff.
Better
I
than
might
any
even,
roll
maybe
ever
maybe
had.
next time I'll write a custom move for it. That might be a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
So maybe the other people can get Excalibur later on if they want to.
Yeah.
All right, Inspector Callahan.
So I was gonna check that, and then also try to maybe check in with Moira McGrath, because she's a very powerful crone, right? She's been around, might know
She's,
this. So I like to describe what I saw on the sword, see if it's the true one. She might know of the legend or not. But also
Okay.
check in with her to see if it's possible to use that to take out what's called the Eye of Balor, or Balor itself, or does she know of anything else? Because she owes me some debts, so I can either cash in one for some info from her.
Oh,
or-
sure.
Yeah,
Or,
if you tell me, I'll gladly.
or
go
hit the
with you.
streets. That's what I was thinking of
I
doing.
think we need at least head straight there to deal with this.
But that could be later. If
Yeah.
we can't do it right now, I'll hit the streets later and try to talk to her or something. But that's what I want to do with information by looking at the sword, saying here's what I saw. It looks like this. Is that the real deal?
Yeah, I don't know if you have time to run to the hospital,
Okay.
and visit her. You could do that and then show up later in the fight. Is that something you'd want to do, or? I just feel like because Balor is here and now. So.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah. Deal with the danger here and now, otherwise things go bad.
Yeah. Trying to get
All
a
right.
second opinion, basically.
Yeah.
Or another insight on something.
Okay, I'll make sure you have
Think
time to do
Mr.
that.
M, though,
Or
would
just
betray us like
remind me
that?
as well.
No, but I don't know. And he's all of a sudden, I have Excalibur. I'm just like, what the?
But man, you gotta learn that when you're rolling with the dragon, weird shit happens constantly.
Well,
Yeah, well, I'm used to going after clues and writing down information and repeating and rereading and
We're talking and walking. We're talking and
Yeah, a
walking.
method of investigation.
Mr.
You guys
M's
are
a
just
very kind and mysterious gentleman, as we all know.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what-
and he felt
I
that.
just met.
We just met them maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks.
Yes.
But in all honesty, the shit's here and now. We know that the ever-present danger. We know who's behind it. We've done legwork to clue in what's going on. I mean, this is the end game. This is all the time for clues and stealth and trying to deduce things and reread shit.
All right.
know what we're doing.
Tell me you're going against it.
Oh,
Okay.
Tommy,
Not a god, a giant.
as you guys are walking there, you spot none other than you spot Lord Lars peering at you from an alley and kind of like beckoning you over.
Give me a moment.
Of course, we'll meet you. We'll
I'll
keep
catch up.
walking.
Yeah, pop on over there.
Lord Lars is like,
What a sketchy dude.
so, Tommy, my man.
Yeah, how you doing,
I
Lars?
owe him.
Well,
Dude killed somebody.
I gotta say, could be doing a little better.
Yeah, so could we all.
Yeah, I hear Balor's out of the bag and is out there like doing a
He is.
regular rampage.
You gonna lend us a hand, or you just
No.
hey, you're
Got
deliberately
it.
wasting our time here. I mean,
Hey,
we're
no.
gonna go stab him with this rusty thing.
We'll give him tetanus. Kill him in
Alright.
5 days.
Quite the contrary. See, here's the thing.
The sword collector in me is having
Like-
so many connection bits.
Balor was. They brought him the eye. They gave him, from Boston. They gave him the Tuatha.
Okay.
And it was kind of my job to, summon him, reconstitutate his various parts, and let him loose. Now, I kind of lost control.
You didn't think to put a leash on it, at the very least?
He's got his neck's like the size of like a tire, man. You can't put a leash on that.
I mean, you can't if you get a big enough leash.
Fucking tractor tire, some chains. Anyways, you fucked up.
Okay, I admit it. So, here's the thing. I really need to stay here. The market for New Age mystical items is just so good. Also, there's a whole bunch of death threats against me back in the States. So I gotta stay here in Ireland. Now,
Listening.
if it comes out that I'm the one who summoned Balor and let him go on this rampage, it's not gonna look too good for your buddy Lars, man.
Buddy. Right.
So, what I'm saying is, you owe me.
I owe you. I owe you.
Yeah, right?
No.
No?
No. See, you just asked me to keep your secret, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you already owe me twice before, now this makes 3. What are you gonna do about that, Lord Lars?
Okay, look, I figured...
I think the person who summoned Balor should try and come with us to unsummon Balor. Maybe something
See,
like
I would
that.
think of the owing as a relationship.
Hey guys!
Oh,
Come
Yeah,
here.
what's up?
alright.
Hey, Lois, how's it going?
What's up?
I mean, we got caught over here, so what's up?
Yeah, look who I popped into. He said he's gonna come help us.
Oh, great,
Yeah, look at that.
I
Really.
could be convinced.
Just remember.
I got a
you
really...
said I owed you, so you know what?
I got a really busy
Here we
day. Just so much to do.
I know, it's a great day to pay your bills, right?
Well, you said he's gonna
He owes
help.
you.
Yeah,
You're
he
gonna
said
have
he
to-
volunteered.
He
You're gonna have to
volunteered.
roll
I've
persuade.
never heard him do that. I've known him for a long
cash
time.
in a debt.
You can cash in a debt to
plus
yourself.
three.
I am cashing in a debt.
Ooh, alright, let's see what happens.
That's one debt. You still owe me.
You get an extra +3.
Okay.
Roll. Add your heart to this
Okay.
one.
7.
Plus 3. So it's 10.
Oh yeah, 10. Thank you.
Excellent. Nice one.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Okay.
He'll be like, yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
See, now that wasn't so hard, right?
But you gotta promise to protect me and keep me alive doing this, right?
Do we need to kill it though?
Yeah, well, we'll do our best, of course.
Kill Balor.
But
Do
we're
we
going
need to kill Balor?
against the
Lord Lars
giant-
is like, yes, you do.
No. No, sorry, let me rephrase it. As we're walking, talking. Do we need to kill him, or can we just send him back to where he came from?
He's
Can we unmake him, unsummon him, undo whatever brought him here? I don't want to have to kill something here right now.
Yeah, if only
Because-
somebody knew
if I'm not
how
mistaken-
he was summoned in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Somebody does.
Hey.
Cool.
I'm guessing it has something to do with the eye.
Yes, that's right. You gotta repeat the myth, just like Lug did with his spear. You gotta pierce that eye with some kind of magical weapon.
Cool.
Good to
So
know.
we don't have to kill him. We just gotta get his eye.
Alright.
Do you happen to know which eye? Oh wait, you only have one. Never mind.
Yeah, no, trust me. You'll know which eye.
His gigantic bulging eye. Oh, friggin' Formian.
Yeah. So, this moment you guys arrive on the Shank Hill. You're right outside the Red Eye Tavern, and this is what you see. Outside the Red Eye Tavern, terror rips across the cobblestones. Civilians run for cover past the ruins of the pub, the front scorched and burned like it's been kissed by the sun. Misshapen forms lope and shuffle across the street. Formorians returned at long last to the island they once ruled. Terrible patchwork mixtures with the tusked heads of boars or the horned heads of deer, human hands ending in wolf paws, clutching axes and war clubs, and scalier talon-tipped feet. In the center is Balor himself. The giant stands 3 times as tall as a man, his skin cranberry red. He swings a massive club over his head, smashing it into the side of a church. One eye is small as a marble, milk white and pathetic. The other is as big as a football, glaring orange, and just looking at it makes your eyes water, and you want to look anywhere else. Balor opens his fiery eye wide, and a blazing beam shoots out, striking into the street and leaving a burning trail of flickering red flame. The door of the church slams open, and an old man in a gray coat and flat cap charges into Balor's path. "I'm Junior Witter, you tosser! Witter the hitter!" A Brit accent. Somehow, he straightens up and holds up his fists in a boxer's pose. "Come on and have a go!"
He's dead.
Well,
Any of you know that
Fucking
fellow?
guy crazy.
He's gonna fight a Formorian. Wait, how tall are these people? How tall are they?
he's like 3 times as tall as a really tall human.
Okay, so they're big.
Yeah.
As big as I thought they were gonna be.
Well, that's just, the Formorians are like man-sized. Balor's the giant.
Oh, I thought all the Formorians would be
Oh.
tall. This is weird.
Yeah, the Formorians are
They're
about
all
man, but they
giant
are like
people.
made of weird animal parts, so they're pretty
So
nasty.
the
too.
Englishman is fighting with the other Formorians.
The Englishman is like going in front of
Balor.
Balor to
And
try
Balor,
and box
oh.
him, apparently.
Okay.
You can either roll
Punch
put
him
a
in the
face-
eye.
Yeah.
This is Junior the Witter Hitter, so you can put a face to a name with him, maybe. Maybe you met him.
Apparently so.
Right, always
What am
gonna
I
get his
rolling
kneecap
with?
at that height.
Mortality. Or, no,
Mortality?
sorry, Wild.
Oh, okay.
He's part of the Red Hand faction, technically.
12.
Okay, yeah, you met him before. He's probably, he's a Belfast regular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you encountered him at a nice pub and he told you about his life.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a great boxer, world traveler, and adventurer. He was born in England to like Northern Irish parents. Eventually, he settled back here, and he's currently like a leading light in the Belfast Protestant community. So he's sort of their, kind of unofficial mayor, and he definitely tries to like protect them. So,
Junior, a daft man.
he's like, "You should have seen what I saw in Shanghai. A weird cash machine golem kind of thing. I took that. I can take this."
Somehow, I don't doubt that.
But
Maybe we should go help him.
I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative, which
Yo.
is roll, keep it cool.
I can roll with plus blood now. Not that it helps.
All right, anybody get a 12 plus?
Close.
10 plus?
11.
Okay, so Carolyn's going first. Anybody get 9 or 8 to 9? 6 or 7?
7.
6.
What do we add to this?
Spirit.
Okay, so a 7 for Shin,
6 for me.
6 for Inspector
And
Callahan.
I also got a 6.
You
Okay.
go before me because you have better spirit.
Okay.
All right, so Shin, then Tommy, then Inspector Callahan,
I'm
and
comfortable being that.
then
Taking up the rear.
Balor and the Formorians.
Great.
All right, Carolyn, what's your plan here?
I'm guessing this would be considered a new scene since the last one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to do another Stuff in Nightmares, so more corruption and gain the wings and the scales again. And then I'm gonna see if I can let it out to activate the sword. Uh-oh.
Barely.
Still an 8.
Okay. I would say the sword shimmers with energy, kind of like this sort of white, ethereal dragon, draconic energy wrapping around the blade. You get it going. That's about all you can do.
It's cool.
All right, Shin.
I guess I'm going to go straight for straight for Balor, kind of get up there with Junior, and be like, well, if you're gonna punch him, I might as well help. And I drag out my sword, and I'm going to try to not necessarily intentionally cut him down, but try to distract him and keep him, busy to keep the tension off, keep the the focus off of Junior and the group, and onto me as best I can.
Okay. I will have you roll on mislead, distract, or trick.
Cool. Nope, that's a 4.
Okay, roll a quick keep your cool.
I rolled that with blood. Yay!
Nice.
That's a 14.
All right. I'll put you in a bad spot, but you
Yeah.
won't take harm.
Cool.
Balor's eye turns on you,
Great.
so you get his attention, and that beam of energy, his eye starts heating up, and that fire starts spilling out, heading right for you.
Well, it's been fun.
Tommy.
All right. How many Formorians are between us and Balor, actually?
Well, he was able to fly and avoid them, but there's probably maybe about a dozen or so just rampaging their way across the street.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go ahead and use my glamour again, and I'm gonna create a kind of a stinking fog around them. I'm going for a disorient again.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
So that is an 8.
All right, are we doing this for? I think this counts as a mislead, distract, or trick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so with an 8, you get to pick 2.
Okay. Let's see.
This is a list right here. Oh, here's it.
Okay. Sorry about
Second
that.
page.
That's fine.
So I'm going to go ahead and create an opportunity and say that some of the Formorians, they kind of part and give us kind of a clear path towards Balor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I want to see if I can expose a weakness in them as well,
In the Formorians?
in the Formorians.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I will say a lot of them are disoriented by this cloud and are not able, they make a perfect target.
Okay.
All right. Inspector Callahan.
What's the exact scenery that's going on? Is this in the middle of a street, a park square?
Yeah, it's in the middle of a street.
Okay.
So you got shops, the Red Eye Tavern, and a church on one side. Parked cars. It's an old-fashioned cobblestone style street.
Okay. But nobody drove here, right?
No, you guys are able to walk.
Okay.
But there are parked cars around though if you want to.
Right. But I don't think I have time to hotwire a car or anything like that. Alright. So I'm gonna do my best to also go after the only thing that I know is the eye. That's all I know. And I'm gonna try to, I guess, take a shot at it because I see it firing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's my best thing. So I'm gonna try that. Sweet, that is a 10.
Ooh.
The marksmanship continues.
All right.
Seriously, we need that right about now.
Are you going
Bang.
to?
Yeah, so I'm basically gonna take the good shot, and then I will take his gaze away.
Ooh, I like that.
So that he's again distracted, but probably this time has to blink for a little bit or cover it because he just got injured.
All right. How much harm is that, by the way?
Only 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my little revolver, but it's effective.
Oh yeah.
It does the job. It always was.
All right. A quick shot into his eye makes him blink, and that fire does not
Okay.
incinerate Shin or Junior.
Woo!
I know,
Thanks,
close
buddy.
call. All right. So now it's their turn. I'm gonna say the Formorians are stunned by this fog, not quite able to see what's going on. They are still, or actually, no. I think Balor is gonna try and smash Shin with his club.
Cool.
So you really keep your cool to escape that one there.
Nice.
That's a 12.
Okay. I would say, yeah, with the 12 you're able to how do you avoid it as it comes swishing down?
when he comes swishing, I'm able to just comport, to basically kind of delude, disincorporate part of my body, so it just passes right through and then just kind of reattach.
Whoa, pretty cool.
It's perks of being a death spirit.
That's the perks of being a Wallflower sequel that they never.
Perks of being a death spirit.
Yeah, a lot less popular than the first one for some reason.
I wonder why. They kind of felt a little bit of a ripoff of Death Note, but it could just been me.
I am going to say, Junior, one of the Formorians is going to go for him.
Oh, Junior, no.
I know. Just as he rushes over and like punches Balor in the knee, which does hurt. Balor does stumble a bit. And then, yep, one of these Formorians, which has like some nasty goat horns and a battle axe, smashes into him and knocks him down. And they are like rams him into a car, and it's like pulling back its axe to try and finish him off there. Let's see. Oh, Carowin, I think he would try and take a shot at you with his eye. I'm gonna have you real quick keep your cool. He's gonna try and blink some bolts of flame at you.
9.
Okay, you're gonna take one level. Are you armored with the scales? Or?
Yes, I have 1 armor.
Oh, okay. So your armor takes it. It doesn't go through, but your armor is gone.
Okay.
So you are seared by the fire, but you're okay.
Ow.
Okay. And now it is your turn.
It's not very nice. You guys okay with taking care of Junior?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. I'm gonna fly up to the eye and see if I can take it out with the sword.
Okay, why don't you give me unleash an attack?
Ooh.
These dice were doing so well for me.
Oh
They're
no,
not.
the dice have turned. How'd you do?
Bad.
3.
Alright, I'm gonna have you roll, keep your cool to see what happens here.
Fighting is not the strong. Hey, there it is.
11. See if I could fight with spirit. That'd be nice.
Alright,
no,
He knows what you're trying to do.
Balor just swings his club up and like smashes you down. You're able, or how do you like avoid taking damage in this?
I think I'd see it at the last second and sort of veer off, like just do a very quick like maneuver.
Alright, some cool stunt flying and you're still airborne. Shin.
That's not very nice.
Not very nice.
I'm gonna go for the Formorian that's pinned down our good buddy there, and I'm going to attempt to take it down. The sword that I have. Oh my god! Snake eyes.
Okay,
Yeah, bad.
you rush over to the sword, you miss the stab, the sword goes into the car and becomes stuck.
Great.
Shin is losing the sword that it gives her everything. Also, the Formorian lunges back. Do a quick keep your cool.
There we go. That's a 10.
All right. Do you have feint harm or?
I have no harm so far,
Okay.
and I have 1 armor.
I think you'll get. Oh, it takes the armor. The armor takes it.
Cool. I was hoping trying to put myself between with the attack between myself and Junior so I could take any damage.
Yeah, Junior is protected at least. Tommy.
Armor's gone.
With the destruction that the Formorians are causing in the surrounding area, is there like a bunch of rubble with like wood, steel rebar, or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I pick up a piece of rebar and go after the Formorian that's got Junior down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, give me
Ancient
a
very secret.
Hit him with the rebar.
Hey, it's iron.
Okay, so
Wow.
11.
Whoa. All right. Are you going to inflict terrible harm or take some?
Yeah, let's do terrible harm, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to say that takes him out.
Okay.
So what does this look like?
What it looks like is as you said, the Formorian rises up. I take the piece of rebar, shove it through the neck, and it comes out of his mouth.
Oh, brutal. All right, that Formorian
Thanks,
is
Tommy.
destroyed. It just like hisses, wails, curdles up, turns to dust.
No blood spilt there.
Inspector Callahan.
What's What's my best situation right now? Is everything good with what's the guy's name that was running up front?
Junior.
Junior, yeah,
Is
Junior
he
winner.
is he in a way better situation, or is it going to be helpful to help Carolyn out better?
I think Junior has been saved by these two.
So again, I'm gonna try to create an opportunity for Carolyn to go in for the slice or the stab or whatever's needed.
All right. Why don't
So-
you give me? Or yeah, how are you doing this?
That's a good question. You're airborne right now.
Try to shoot the eye out again.
Yeah. Again, I mean, they're gonna have to do that. Or is there anything else that looks weak that would keep his eye open for him to stab after I shoot him?
I mean, he is like naked,
Nicky.
so any part of his body could make him.
Perfect.
You're gonna shoot Balor in the dick? Is that? Just to make sure we're on the same page.
Shut
There was nothing said about that, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to infer that,
This is where my mind
Shoot
jumps.
in a sensitive area. His nipples.
If it's there, I'll take any spot of it.
All right, that would make his
We all
eyes
know
widen.
Unload.
Oh! Ooh, that was a painful flick.
That
yes.
13.
Okay, you shoot him in a certain spot, his eyes go real wide.
No, Karen.
V's
All
eye
right.
kind of pops out open
So
as well.
I'm gonna take his manhood from him.
Oh, brutal. All right, Carolyn.
Yep.
We'll cut ahead to your opportunity here. What do you do?
Let's try this again, I guess. See if I can stab him in the eye. Not if I'm rolling with blood.
Maybe someone could assist you.
Not gonna help.
There's a too low.
It's 4.
All right.
Okay, is there any way that I can do a let it out and use it as a let it out? Say I'm taking infinite hold.
Can you charge the sword?
I've already charged it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Also, it doesn't have to be you who drives it in.
True.
Yeah, you charge it, but anybody can swing the sword.
So I just realized that and sort of. Is anyone better with a sword than I am?
I am.
It turns out I don't actually need to be the one to do it.
Good to know.
So I toss Shin the sword.
All right, I'll let you roll for that. And I'm gonna have Balor do something. He's gonna aim his eye at Callahan. Naturally.
Shut
All
him
right,
in the
Callahan.
dick.
Big old
I was hoping
beams.
for the kill. And I was
Beam blasts. Inspector Callahan, give me a keep your cool.
Oh, my favorite. 6. Can someone push me out of the way? Possibly.
Yeah, they can bring it to a
Try
7. Sorry, what's that?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, how are you trying to help?
So I see it charging and just sort of instinctually try and go for it. So with mortality,
Are you taking a shot for her? Or are you trying
if
to
I
push her
can
out?
make it,
Okay.
which I don't.
Oh no.
My
All right.
mortality is as bad as my blood.
Okay, I'm I'll have you take 2 levels of harm.
Ow. Freaking. Okay.
You're in Grievous?
I am full Grievous. I am ready to get critical. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
3 total.
gosh.
Because I got bat bites
Yeah.
when I came here.
Yeah.
So you got superficial
I'm
burns.
seared, right? I'm seared, huh?
Yeah, and the blast knocks you back and like scatters you across the street.
Alright, so you basically see Callahan like laid out.
Yeah, you're still conscious, but you're in
Yeah,
No,
but
never.
I'm yeah. Down,
you're in a world
down.
of hurt.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Alright.
Okay. Carwin. Back to you.
Could I just get into it, get in his face, and see if I can distract him enough for Shin to do their thing?
Yeah, I like that. You can do mislead distractor trick.
Oh, that's bad. That's a good roll. Hopefully 8. Okay.
It's not so bad. Okay, pick 2.
Okay. I'm gonna create the opportunity, and let's expose a weakness.
Okay, so by buzzing around, like his eye is following you, and he's not focusing on Shin.
Do I get any bonuses because of this, or just a straight Lucid attack?
I'll give you a +1.
Hey.
There we go.
Doesn't matter because that's a 10, so 11.
Okay, so how do you finish off Balor with this sword?
I basically see Karen up there, and I'm just like, not used to this weight. And I just lunge myself, just kind of shooting through the air, this column of smoke behind me as I just go straight into the eye. It is very weird to hold not my own sword, which I've left behind, and is exhilarating in a certain fashion.
Alright, so the eye pops. You get coated in a whole lot of nasty goo.
Gross.
Balor tumbles back, wails, just like curdles up. The other Formorians start screaming. They crumple up and turn to dust. And when the dust has settled, you once again have this like glowing orb about the size of maybe an 8-ball skewered on the end of Excalibur.
I'm going to pull it off and hand the sword back to Kerwin and go fetch my own.
Alright, so in the middle of this chaos, Witter picks himself back up and comes over to you, and he's like, "Never thought I'd see a bunch of fellas like you helping someone like me."
Look, when it really comes down to it, we're all Irish, no matter where we're from, or no matter what's happening to us, and we're of the same kin. We may not agree on everything. May not agree who should rule us, but in the end, we need to look out for each other because despite what powers it be, we're all brothers and sisters.
So at this moment, Delaney, kind of followed by Gulliver, show up. And they start coming down the street. You can see on the other side some like red hand fairies are creeping out of the ruins. Some of the other Tuatha have like followed Gulliver, and sort of a bit of a standoff is occurring right here in the middle of the street.
I kind of like dazedly get up and like I'm like smoking slightly off the jacket. And I was like,
Just
what?
Where has Lord Lars been this entire time?
Like hiding behind a car.
more like Lord
He's
Cars.
within sight.
Oh, okay.
Put myself in.
I see you're strategically placed behind this, what is this, Buick fortification. Great help you lent for us there.
I figured that was what I could do. I gave you like intel, man. You know.
Oh, yeah.
We thank you for
How did the fight go then?
You won, didn't you?
Yeah, there we go. Come on.
I
Groovy.
feel like we need to intercede on this standoff.
Yeah, looks like there'll be another fight about to break out. Can I go?
No, we're going to go stand by our friends over here. Come on.
All right. So, Blaney and Junior are kind of like standing off. And Junior's like, "You can see the damage that's been done here. And I know the damage that we've done to you.
Look,
This needs to end."
I agree. None of what has happened matters because our real enemies are pitting us against each other. These sort of things that have been happening, these things that we've all been getting from these arm dealers from America, from the English, from wherever, it's all for one purpose, and it's to make all of us sacrifices to some awful individual, some awful creature that is of death and destruction. And if we can put as much of this behind us as we can and stop killing each other and fighting each other, at least for some time, it would go a long way. I can't ask for a ceasefire, I can't ask for an end of all hostilities, but like, today, no more fighting, please.
We have to realize the greater evil in this situation.
The greater evil is the fucking...
Thatcher, she herself said that she's going to bathe this country in blood
Yeah.
and sacrifice everyone that she can to Crom Croix.
Sacrifice all of us. Doesn't matter if we're
That's
English
you,
or
that's
Irish.
us, everyone here.
Doesn't matter who we are, what nationality, nation we're from.
Thatcher's not from here. We are.
To her, we're all just blood.
We're all pawns in a sick game she's playing for more power, and we have the power to stop that. By literally not killing each other. That's simple.
All right. Someone's going to have to roll a persuade, with an assistance, though.
Who has the highest?
And someone can roll assist,
Who's
too.
the highest
That was-
fighter amongst
Everybody
us?
was
I have
kind
a
of
one.
putting in some words there.
I got a 1 too, so I'll help out.
What's your...
I got a 1. Awesome.
Karen, what do you have for heart?
Nothing.
I guess I'll go with the assist.
All right. So who's rolling the actual
I'd say
persuade?
you two because you spoke the most.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the actual assist. I'm gonna go for
I,
the actual.
I have been rolling like shit all night, so this is on you.
All right. Well,
Um,
then why don't you could roll the assist?
Roll the
So-
assist though, because you were the one
So
talking.
roll plus
I mean,
wild.
it can't hurt.
Right.
There we go. So that's 7.
Okay,
Nice,
good.
there you go.
That's all you need.
That's
Oh, and be
enough
sure that
work.
you can even mark wild on your sheet too to give you a.
Nice.
help you
That's an
level up.
11.
Nice.
Whoa.
There you go.
All right, you get through to him.
Good rolls.
This is horrible death demon standing before them, still in full
Oh
regalia.
yeah, you don't even change back.
No,
I, as I'm saying
And
that, I will
he's also-
slowly change back.
he's also standing next to a
Give
dragon.
peace a chance.
Humanoid dragon form.
Yeah, this is an interesting. I am going to revert to my human form during that whole speech. It just everything recedes back into the human body that shit inhabits.
Yeah, Delaney's like, well, from the mouths of monsters.
I mean, you don't have to be that mean.
Technically speaking, we're all monsters, aren't we?
Not her, and not she's.
No, I'm a changeling.
Oh, that's right, you are. I forgot.
Junior's like 100% human.
A human right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of humans on both sides fighting
I
for
don't
this.
feel like a monster.
There are
That's
some
right,
people-
but we're on our own. We're part of this world. Though.
There are some people who believe that people from other nations are monsters, so
Yeah, those are
True
what
enough.
weirdos.
All right, so Delaney's like, you're right. Too many people have died, and the people of Ireland deserve peace. The ones who I represent, they never wanted this. If there's a way for this bloodshed to end without us losing our rights, we'll take it. And that means we'll sit down to talk. Callahan, Shin, since you two are natives here, and Tommy as well, perhaps you could help make the arrangements, make sure you have a place to talk and to come to some sort of agreement with Witter here.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
We could find someone.
There's plenty of pubs in between.
Mm-hmm. Let's leave Seamus out of these discussions, though. I don't trust him.
might be a good idea.
I don't trust him at all.
Whoa.
Something he said before.
No, he's.
He's an odd fellow, but
I'll
There's something about
I'll
him.
tell you after this situation when we're a little more. Shall we all get drinks then?
Yes.
Let's all go to the tavern and get
Yes.
fucking wasted and forget about this shit. And just. What?
I'm just saying, after so much bloodshed, getting wasted so soon afterwards, maybe we should work on the ceasefire. first.
Yes, you're right. Okay, granted.
Over drinks.
Over beer. Let's
Yes.
just leave it a beer.
Leave it a beer.
Tommy's keeping his eye on the ball there.
Yeah.
All right, so Gulliver seems a little skeptical, but he seems like he'll go along with it.
I don't want to pull my dead on Gulliver.
Yeah, well, you might still have to. 'Cause he's wary, but he's just nodding along.
Yes.
You guys do notice a few other things, though. Matthew X is looking particularly upset.
Matthew X.
Matthew, it seems you have something on your mind.
He's like, I didn't join the Tuatha to make peace.
You realize that at the end of all conflicts there must be peace, otherwise they never end.
There's plenty of other enemies other than the Red Caps over here, too.
Yeah, there's way more evil things out there.
Think of fucking Thatcher and the group that she represents. There's plenty of hunting there.
Leave your Irish brothers to sit out of that fight. The least we could do is give everyone peace.
Let's have Tommy roll a persuade. This is a guy, like, he wants, he doesn't like peace.
Snake eyes.
But he wants, okay.
And you're ugly, too. So.
I mean, that's basically the snake guys, yeah. Valid.
Alright, so you see those, like, there's your second sight, those spectral chains are all around him, start, like, clanking and waving around a bit.
What is he?
He is a
Terrifying is what he is.
Yeah, you can roll put a face to name if you want to, for see what exactly.
Is he
name-
wild?
Yes.
That's a 9.
Okay, so you are aware of him. He's like one of the Tuatha's heavy hitters. He is what's called a rolling calf.
Rolling calf.
which is like sort of a creature from Caribbean mythology and folklore. Sort of like an unquiet spirit. And yeah, he's got these powerful chains, and he is someone who he wants like war with England and with like, you know, the Empire after they totally took over his country and made his life a hell.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, and he's seen it happen like all over the world. So just the idea of like making peace, even if it does, even if thanks to that no snake eyes, he doesn't quite believe this whole Thatcher conspiracy thing. So he's
Honestly,
just
Thatcher is English, so wouldn't that really be a?
it does, but
positive?
he doesn't want to make peace with the tools. He's like, Thatcher is my enemy. The Red Caps are the tools of empire, and they are my enemy as well. And perhaps so are you. And he walks away.
Wow. Oof.
No,
That's
that's
not a
I
great
don't think
situation.
any of us ever said that, but okay.
Sometimes people just get pissed off.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They'll
the
come
Red
around.
Hand are the loyalist fairies. So.
Yeah,
No, but
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can see that.
they're being as used as everybody else in this conflict. And it's kind of hard to say that when you're in the middle of it all.
very
Which
true.
is why why us as outsiders have been kind of asked to handle this.
All right. So he storms off, but Delaney offers her hand to Junior Witter, and Junior shakes it, and they both like look at each other, and she's like, "Finally, let's try and put an end to this."
Agreed.
And he's like, "Amen to that." And I believe that is where we're going to bring this session to a close.
I do want to have one
Oh, yeah,
aside
any
with,
quick
with,
final
with
things.
the people. I don't know if you're gonna be here next week. No.
Oh,
So at least for these two. So the reason I wanted to leave Seamus out of those conversations is because he is he's tainted like me, but by Crom.
really?
Yes.
The one who you
Yes.
just told about?
Yes.
Or I just learned.
Yes. So I think I don't know if he has any bigger plays at hand, but if we're trying to stop the sacrifice to Crown, we need to leave him out of these conversations and as far outside of what we're doing here on out as best we can. He's strong, he's powerful, but that's the problem.
Yes, and I get I understand your feelings, but I get the feeling that Seamus is just a pawn as well. He has no idea what's going on.
I'm sure he has no idea what's going on, but if he's like me, when your patron asks you to do something, you better well damn do it, no matter the cost. I mean, look at Boston. That was not a fun situation I found myself in.
Ooh. So, with some mistrust sown amongst the team,
Yep.
let's go ahead to those closing moves. So we'll start. We'll go around this way. Shin. Any factions go up and down, and then do you think anybody owes you a debt, or do you owe anybody here a debt?
Knight dropped even farther because they're the real enemies here, and I think didn't really deal with power. Told us that we needed to work on this stuff and make sure that we understand what the real dangers at play are. So I'm going to increase that because I think the more is definitely trying to look out for the betterment of the people of Ireland. Maybe not just the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, just as Ireland as a whole.
Ooh, okay, I like that. All right. Are there any debts or?
Debts? Not really amongst the group. I feel like we did a lot of good work together, and I didn't feel like I was in need. Like I was forced to do anything I didn't want to do.
Okay, I can see that. All right. How about Inspector Callahan?
I think if somebody goes down, it's definitely Knight again.
Poor Knight.
And I was almost gonna put Wild up just because I'm working with 3 of them.
I like that. Okay.
They also are. They almost got into some shit because they basically. I think that works because they also went with the ceasefire. I think Wild gains one and Knight goes down because they're joining together to help us, I believe, right? So
At least not kill each other
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that.
I'll take that as a small victory.
If that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Knight down.
All right.
Wild up 1, so that's a -1.
Any debts or? Got our great Generation Shadow theme song going here.
No, I can't think of any because we got out of situations. I got shot.
Got shot several times.
Burned. That hit. But yeah, no, I think I'm clean. I don't think. Wait.
I tried.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I owe anybody, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
All
sorry,
right.
Sorry.
Kerwin.
I'm gonna have to break everything. Just gonna keep with the record and go take down Knight and up with Wild.
Oh, all right.
So,
Any debts?
let's see. I can't think of anything. There were some valiant attempts, but I don't think.
Yeah, there was some valiant attempts. It's
Yeah,
great.
No, but I think it all balanced itself out. Yeah, Benny. I was trying to get rid of the debt from Benny that he had on me, but he doesn't give a shit apparently. So. Yeah.
Okay. And then, how about... Oh yeah, so Tommy. I don't know if you want to do any debts or change the factions, but I love this character. What do you think? I definitely want to use him again.
Okay.
What do you think happens to him as the 70s go on?
As the 70s go on.
We enter the 80s.
Well, now that the violence has de-escalated, I would say he's not really so much on the so much as a snoop for the Tuatha anymore. However, they still use him as a way to get into or get info into some of the seedier parts of Belfast still. So his moonlighting as a small-time drug dealer is still kind of a lucrative thing, even though it's just a front.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, we'll see how that drug dealing, how the drug dealer's path goes. Because I definitely do want to revisit this character later on, under my control, perhaps. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you very much for joining us, Will, and
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, you're very welcome. Next
It
month
was fun.
is the 80s.
Oh no.
If you want to come back for
Pretty
that,
wild.
please do.
Okay.
I will be in touch so we can make that arrangement.
I'll do what I can here, guys.
Come back
I had a lot of fun tonight.
We're always in the 80s.
Are we?
No, we're 1975 Belfast.
Dang it!
And we will be in 1975 Belfast for one more session. Because
more.
next week is
Hey.
the finale.
Yep.
An episode entitled The Open Border, where hopefully everybody here will be striving for peace. And
Go ahead. Well,
we'll see how it goes
we'll
next
see how
week.
that.
Yeah.
We have a history of peace. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out in the chat room, Kat. It was really nice to have you out there. And a little bit of announcement for our Pull Up a Chair. Our Satine Phoenix tickets have now sold out.
Damn.
So that's for the D&D adventure. So you can come to our workshop. Those are still available. You will see plenty of these amazing faces during that expo. So until then, make sure and play these games. Go out there and have fun. But always pull up a chair
And make time to tabletop.
Everybody have a good night.
Yeah.